G'day, welcome to Duckzorly Gaming and another, well, no, sorry, it's not a mod review and it's not a let's play. Let's call this a DLC mini documentary. What do I mean? Well, I was looking at the DLC and the upcoming DLC, the ROPA DLC, is coming out in, was it March? And it got me thinking about the actual equipment that's coming with it. The 5 or 6 pieces of equipment that they've got listed, Giants have. So I thought we'd have a look at the ROPA brand and going to discuss a couple of things that Giants may or may not have got wrong, or whether they're misleading us or sort of leading us astray just a little bit on purpose. I don't know, but we'll get into that in a bit. So as you can see up on the screen, I have the ROPA website. Now I'm going to use the ROPA website and we're going to actually peruse some details about these wonderful products that are made by ROPA. We're also going to go into the history. I'm going to go through a bit of the history of where it comes. Now look, some of you may not like this and you may turn away very quickly. Some of you may enjoy it and hopefully stay with it for the whole of the video. I certainly don't hope I plan on it being a long video, but I thought it was worthy of going and have a look at. And depending upon how it's taken, how you guys, or what feedback I get, we may do this with some other mods when they come out, like actually go in and have a look at the real version and a bit of history of the company and all that sort of stuff, which I think is something that a lot of people would be interested in. Okay, let's go. So first off, let's have a quick look at the history. It is very summarized, and I haven't got any other pictures to go with it, but we'll just quickly go through it. So back in 1972, a bloke by the name of Herman Paintner designed and built his first self-propelled sugar beet harvester. He built it on his parents' farm, and I think it was just basically to help out his parents in coming together. He was a bit of a tinkerer, and he tinkered with all the equipment that was on the farm, tried to make things better. Anyway, in 1974, word had got around, and he'd had a couple of radio interviews, and the word had got around about this self-propelled sugar beet harvester, and there was a bit of a demand for him to produce them. So in 1974, with this demand growing, he partnered up with a small agricultural technical company by the name of Homer. That name ring a bell? Should do. So for the next 10 years, Herman designed and built machines for Homer as a partner, basically, or as a contractor, I think it was more likely. But they parted ways after 10 years, and then ROPA Fahrzeug- und Maschinenbau GmbH was founded in 1986. Now, I apologise to any Germans, Bavarians with my pronunciation. I did do German at school many years ago, but it's never been that good. Anyway, so this company was founded in Sittelsdorf. So in 1988, ROPA brought their first new design sugar beet harvester to the market. It had a new frame, larger tyres, 35% more capacity than any of the other competitors that were on the market. And it was launched in the middle of 88 at the International Sugar Beet Harvesting Demonstration. The ROPA harvester then displayed the best cleaning results with gentle handling of the sugar beets and the lowest soil pressure when compared to all of its competitors. So all in all, Herman had come out with this great machine straight off the bat, okay, after his first initial build, his home built one. So 1992 saw further development with bigger bunkers, as in more capacity, increased pickup width. So the pickup width was increased from 6.7 metres to 8.3 metres. And around this time as well, they went from a chain type header, so where the header was using a chain, to a rotary tumbler type header, which is what we see today. In 1998, the Euro Tiger and the Euro Mouse were launched. Now we'll see the latest versions of those shortly, but you can see them there on the screen. 2005, the version 8 of the Euro Tiger went to production with new state-of-the-art features. In 2006, the Euro Mouse 3 was exhibited with features that were taken from the Euro Tiger 8 among the latest technological innovations and other inclusions. Further, in 2008, ROPA demonstrated beet lifting in snow with the Euro Tiger version 8-3. So yes, those units can actually harvest the beets from the ground in a snow condition. Not sure it actually happens that much, but they obviously showed the machine was technically and physically capable of doing it. No mean feat, I would imagine. In 2009, the ROPA Nawaru mouse, now that's one of the things that is coming with the DLC, was launched, which was produced for the biogas chain work development and process improvement. Now just remember, I've mentioned biogas stuff, not sugar beet. We'll get back to that later. 2010, they released the Euromouse 4 and a redesigned biogas system for generating power from sugar beets. So basically, a biogas unit that they had or that was in production was redesigned so as to take beets as the primary input to generate power. 2011, we saw the ROPA Euro Tiger V8-4 topper harvester introduced. The unit performed all stages of topping, lifting, cleaning the beets and then dumping them in a pile. 2012, ROPA's 2-axle prototype was demonstrated, and this was known as the ROPA Euro Panther, to continue on with the feline name that they were using, other than the mouse. 2013, ROPA Panther production model showcased at Agritechnica. And in 2014, the following year, the new Mouse 5 was demonstrated, and in the same year, the Tiger 5 was shown off. So we're going through a few years of very quick production and model increase and improvement. So they were certainly flying through those years, the 2010 onwards. 2015, ROPA was awarded a silver medal for innovation for the Tiger 5 and its R-Soil project. And the Tiger 5 was also awarded Machine of the Year in France's largest agricultural show. And in 2016, the ROPA Tiger 6 was released, the latest and current version of their sugar beet harvester, their big machine. All right, so that's a brief synopsis of the history of ROPA. Now, they've obviously become a bit of a powerhouse in relation to sugar beet harvesting. And look, the machines look great. I mean, I would argue for anyone to say that the big yellow machines don't look great. They really do. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll just have a look, before we delve into the actual real machines, let's have a quick look at what's currently in game. Now, as I alluded to in my DLC breaking news and update, I did mention that both the Tiger 6 and the Panther 2 are currently available in Farming Simulator 17. And there they are. They are available. I think they're actually from the Mod Hub, so they've been approved and in the Mod Hub. So there's the Tiger and there's the Panther 2. Okay. Fantastic looking models. They work really, really well. They have the Holmer look, don't they? I wonder why. Anyway. So yeah, they're already in there. So Giants are going to give you the Tiger 6 as a machine. So this one here, as part of your DLC. Okay. Is it going to be any different? Well, we don't know. Time will tell. But certainly it doesn't look much different at all when you look at the screenshot, other than perhaps a bit of a bull bar at the front where the header sort of connects on or whatever else. But in any case, it's not going to be much different because it's still modelled after the same unit. Anyway, enough of that. So we'll go back to talk about that a bit later. Now, as we come back to our website, we'll go down here. These are the products that they've had available or have available. So sugar beet harvesters. Now take note of the names as we go through these, and you'll see what I'm talking about and what I'm going to get to. Beet harvesters. We have the Tiger 6 and the Panther 2, which are the current top of the crop. So the 3-axle is the Tiger 6, the 2-axle is the Panther 2. Then you have the Tiger 5, the Euro Tiger V8-4, and the Panther. Okay, whether or not they're still available or not, I couldn't say 100%, but that's models they had previously. Beet loaders. So the loading unit that's actually going to take your beets, as you can see in this picture up here, where the harvesters have dumped their beets and the mouse 5 comes along, picks them all up, and then dumps them in the truck to transport them away for processing. The mouse 5, the Euro mouse 4, the Euro mouse 3, and the bunker mouse 5. Bunker mouse 5 wasn't mentioned in the history, and I haven't really looked it up, so I don't know what that is, but in any case. Then we have the potato harvesters. Now the Keeler 2, or Kyler 2, I may have pronounced that incorrectly. That's the one that we're going to get with the DLC pack. Okay, no fault, no foul there. So that's what they've said we're going to get. That's okay. Now over here we have biomass logistics, and we have the Nawaro. No, I've probably mispronounced that. The Nawaro mouse. Biomass logistics. Now, if you were to look at the, so have a look at this. Coming soon, the ROPA Nawaro mouse beet harvesting. So, what are you doing, Giants? Are you going to tell us it's a beet harvester when it's actually in reality not? So you're going to turn it into a beet harvester? Or are you just trying to do a little bit of something tricky? Or have you just stuffed it up? I think it's probably more the latter. And you'll actually find we are going to have the beet, sorry, not the beet harvester. We're going to have the mouse biomass logistics. Okay. Now, let's go and have a look at that and see exactly what that is. So here it is here, the Nawaro mouse. So basically what it is for technical terms, the reason they produce this is in doing biomass, so taking your grass or your hay or whatever you're using to fuel your biomass or biogas biomass units. A lot of the conventional pickup units or traveling or bringing the trucks and trailers and that onto the field, you were contaminating, for the want of a better word, the fuel that you were going to put into the bunkers to fuel the biogas. So ROPA designed these units, so basically it will pick up the biomass, but at a height above where you'll get most of the foul contaminants, whether it be rocks or stones or roots and all that sort of stuff you don't necessarily want, and then puts it into a truck without the trucks coming onto the field and driving through. So basically what would happen in real life for these units is your harvester or forage harvester or whatever would go out in the field, you'd chop it all up. It would then be collected, be brought over by a tractor and trailer and dumped into a line. I think normally that's, it says down here, in front of me. So they dump it in a length of about up to 75 meters with an 8 meter width. And then this unit would then come along and pick up that unit with its telescopic arm out to the side into a waiting truck or tractor with trailer, and then take it off to where it's got to be processed. So it removes the risk and all the contaminants and all that sort of other stuff. So that's what it's for. So that's why it's a biomass logistics unit. As you can see it here. If I play the video, I'm not sure how this is going to come through. Turn off the sound because we don't want to get done with a copyright strike. But as you can see, it's going to be picking up the biomass, takes it up, processes it up through into the conveyor, out the conveyor, and into the waiting truck. Okay, so it's trying to get your pristine biomass product or fuel product, and then get it off to be processed. Okay, and as you can see there, that's how they produce it. So comes along, picks it all up, off into there. The tractors and trailers are dropping it off in front of it, and the height of the pickup will actually not go down to pick up any sediment. And that, as you can see, it's already been through here once, so it leaves a level, I would say probably about half an inch to an inch. Okay, and there's some more pictures of the loading. Losses are negligible. So yeah, so that's the Nawaro mouse that we are getting. So I don't believe, as per their DLC page, that it is a beet harvester. It won't be a beet harvester. It'll be for your biomass. Unless, of course, they're going to do a total switch and put something totally different there. But I can't imagine them doing that, because I'm sure Rope would be angry if they had it advertised as the Nawaro mouse and it was something totally different. Okay, so that's my gripe at the moment with this DLC. is perhaps it's just a typo, but they definitely haven't got the right bit of kit listed on their page. So if we go back in here, it's definitely not the right product. So anyway, all right, let's go on. We'll have a quick look at the Keeler. So the Keeler 2, this is the potato harvester. So it's a narrow, what is it, 2-row. There we go, 2-row with an 8-ton bunker. I think the one for the DLC is a 10,000 litre capacity. So I don't think that quite equates to 8-ton, but that's given. It's a game, bit of freedom there. So there you can see how the rollers go through, pick it all up, comes up. There's a lot of good information on their websites. If you're actually interested with the details of how this sort of stuff works and all that, then I encourage you to go to the ROPA website and have a look. There's some really good information there, and I was actually quite interested in the amount of information I got from ROPA for that. Okay, of course, then we have the Tiger 6, and for some reason that's not the right size. There we go, sorry. So the Tiger 6, as you can see, it's the award-winning unit. As it says, the ROPA Tiger 6 is the most powerful sugar beet lifter in the world. Will be introduced to the world at the Agriland Trade Fair. Well, that was a while back, so it's already been produced, been out there, won awards, all that sort of stuff now. So there's 2 different attachment options, and it's a big beast. And as you can see, it actually has the what do you call it? The offset driving. The term escapes me for the moment. But yeah, so you can make sure that you're not actually running over your crop as you come through. This is the R Soil Protect that they won a award on. So basically, it's a combination of hydraulic chassis, and this is all part of it here. How when you're on a bit of a slope, if you don't counteract and put the weight on both wheels, you will put more pressure, as you can see in here, the hydraulic chassis system. So if you don't put the slope compensation, is what it's saying, is you have more of your weight, your dead weight on the lower wheel than what, or wheelbase of the axle, than you do on the higher. Whereas by using the Soil Protect option they've got built into their harvesters, that lessens the amount of offset of load, which is better for the soil, and obviously all the micro organisms and stuff that are in the soil below. So yeah, so that's the Tiger 6, and that, again, it's a wonderful looking unit. And look, the unit that's available currently in game, there is nothing wrong with it. I certainly would encourage you to use that, and I'll put the link down below. I'll also put in at some stage up the top screen about now the link to the review I did on the Tiger 6 and Panther 2 harvesters for Farming Simulator 17. All right, so that was about it. We'll have a look at the Mouse 5. I've got the Mouse 5 here somewhere. So there's the Mouse 5. So as we said, this basically just picks up the beets that have been dropped off from the harvest, and then goes through, gives them a clean, goes out through the conveyor, offloads them into the waiting truck or trailer, and then sends it off. Has a counterbalance here, which means that basically you can extend the jib or the conveyor all the way out. Under full load, you're not going to have to worry, because the counterbalance out here will balance you out and not tip. This thing here is like a little scoop. It's used to actually help scoop the product down into the header, into the collector there. And the potato, there is one that's available in game, not a ROPA one, has the same sort of functionality. Okay, all right, well, that's my quick sort of review of the real ROPA equipment, and it's also my little gripe with the upcoming DLC. And like I said, I'm hoping, and I really think it's probably just a typo or an oversight by putting it down as a beet harvester, because a Nawaro or Nawaro mouse is definitely not a beet harvester. The Tiger 6, the Tiger 5, the Panther, yep, they're all beet harvesters, happy as Larry. Well, it says it's beet harvesting, and now I'm looking at it again. It says beet harvesting. Well, it's not beet harvesting at all. It's got nothing to do with beet harvesting, really. It is biomass logistics, as it says. So it'll pick up chaff and wood chips and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely not a beet harvesting unit. It's a ROPA unit, but it's not beet harvesting. Minor gripe, but anyway. All right, I don't want to go on too long. I really do hope you've enjoyed this. I will probably look, it depends on the feedback. If people have liked this idea, then I will certainly go off and do it more often, looking into some of the big companies or the smaller companies and having a look at what their products are and all that sort of stuff, because I certainly do have an interest in doing it, so I don't have any problem with doing it at all. All right, so leave me your comments and let me know. Do you like this sort of idea? Did you enjoy this? Would you like some further information on some of the other stuff? And if you do, which ones in particular? And I'll do my best to go and get some information and provide it for you. So otherwise, thank you very much for your time. If you liked the video, please press the like button. If you didn't like the video, press the dislike button, but please let me know why, so I can not make the same mistake again. And if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please press the subscribe button, which you'll see on your screen very soon. And until next time, this is Duckzorly at Duckzorly Gaming signing off, and we'll see you again soon. See you later. Bye.